What is up, Soul Path Warriors? Rays of Sunshine. I have a very important message today for the energies of this week ahead. And I'm going to tell you the crystals this week are telling a story, right? They truly are. So, what crystals came in that could benefit our energy this week, that could help us in multiple ways? And they're truly telling a story this week, okay? And then I'm going to pull some cards from my deck that I created, my newest one. So I have a channeled message of the energy this week, crystals that are here to tell a story, what crystals we can use. So when I talk about the crystals, even if we don't own them, we can still call in their energy. We can pull up images of them. So we don't necessarily have to have one in our hand, but it's the intent that matters mostly. Okay. So that will come into play. All right. So before I get into that, this week is really important because we are, well, I mean, I'm kind of going into it already a little bit, but we are dividing an energy. We can no longer house light and darkness. Okay, we cannot be both. And so it's very important to focus in intently on this guidance and on what we can do during the energies coming in during the week to help us continue to rise. Okay, so this is about tools of self-growth, tools of being our best self. Okay. Before I do that, I'll introduce myself really quick. My name is Master Juniper Blue Mystique. That's what Spirit called me upon my awakening in 2019, a sudden Kundalini awakening, very powerful one. I am an Ascension Master, a Master Healer, and a Divine Guide. Since 2019, I've been doing work to the earth, let alone healing many people in a master status. So I do really do everything. And for the earth, I have done things like clear Mount Shasta, activated pyramids, um, union of the twin souls from Jesus and Mary Magdalene, Sekhmet and Horus, and Adam and Eve through my twin flame and I journey. Battle of a lifetime for that, activating the pyramids all over the globe. There were 13 of them, both feminine and masculine. And Horus returning, Sekhmet returning, like clearing and repairing the crystalline grid. I've been doing the work of the return of Christ, and that is true. It's very true. It's very real. I wouldn't want to make that up. Um, it has been life-changing in a battle of my lifetime. So it is a battle for our soul right now, okay? So what you focus on matters. And it's important to recognize that things are not always what they seem, and things are definitely not all of what they told you. Okay. So if you're curious to what all that is and you actually want to watch the proof of it, it is actually uploaded to this channel because God had me recording my work. I did things in my awakening that brought me to the process of proof and truth and recordation of all the work that I did. So I'm very blessed for that, and it's actually on this channel. Most of it is, anyways, okay, including the undoing of the Holy Grail, um, and more. All right, so this week ahead, let's get into it because we are coming off of the full moon, and this week is super important for manifesting. But you guys, we're always manifesting. What is manifesting? You are a creator. You truly are a creator of your reality, okay? And through every choice you make, through every energy you pick up, every thought you house, every emotion you let either control you or that you direct, you are creating your reality, okay? So if you are stuck in a low vibration, you're not rising, first of all. You have to heal. You have to heal all karma. And depending upon which karmic side you're on right now is determining the lessons playing out in your reality, okay? Because the end is a karmic play out. God doesn't judge. It's you reap what you sow day, and that's what he calls it. And so we are in that space from the earth to a physical component. Okay, the earth has her own karmic kickback, and I've talked about that. And that's why you're going to see some of these crazy, crazy things happening to her, things burning and collapsing, earthquakes, and just different things. It's because, and weather patterns that aren't normal. She's correcting herself. She has her own karmic kickback. Okay, so that's why you're going to see like these nasty like oil rigs and different chemical plants and things like that being exposed, and probably not in the best way. But because it's a karmic kickback. Okay, so they wanted me to talk about that too. So that is true. And when I activated the pyramids, when I was bringing down the actual blood of Christ and things, this was true work. Um, they would tell us that we can no longer do things the way we used to, and we have to clear them out, right? Like things have to be exposed, they have to be cleared out. And this is a karmic return. Like it's you reap what you sow type stuff, okay? So that brings me into the energy this week a lot because as the sun is doing her thing, if you watched my work, you'll know what she's doing for the reals because it dealt with the sun and the moon, Sekhmet and Horus, all of that. Okay. The Nile portal's very real. Religion being false is very real, you guys. And the reason I'm referring to that is because the energies are intense and rightfully so. Rightfully so. They should be intense, right? Like they truly should be intense. So I have a message, but then I got crystals for the week, and they truly are telling a story. They truly are telling their story, okay? And we are going through a mass awakening of Christ consciousness, which also goes to the work that I've been doing lately, okay? Because I've already birthed the new earth, we've already done all that. So the divide is very real, all right? The divide is very real. The divide that exists right now is darkness to light, where your heart is, where your lens is, and karmic delight. Okay. The reason why it's called karmic delight is because they hurt a lot of the light, right? They did a lot of things in the light that should not have been done. They used the light to hurt, and that should not have been done. And they created the divide. They created a turmoil and pain and separation, division. And the goal is to come back together. The goal is to come back together through love and light. That is absolutely the goal in everything that we do. Where love is not, how can I gain more love? And also, my hair is so fluffy, sorry. Also, like watching your lens. Okay. And so that's coming in for this week a lot because this week is about focus recalibration. So as we rise, we have to let go of everything that is low vibrational, everything that is not God, all the wounds, all karmic demise has to be cleared through healing and through a lens of love. So this week ahead, coming off of the full moon, we are heightened in creation, okay? And the universe creates off of passion and joy and gratitude. You will constantly hear people talking about manifestation and how you want to do this and you want to do that. Keep your vibration high, okay? What you focus on, what you surround yourself with, creates your vibration, okay? And that's coming in this week. So it's about being aware of what you focus on this week. They want us to recalibrate that. So that's a recalibration, focus recalibration. So if you notice in your like YouTube news feed or whatever, there's a lot of like darkness that pops up. Murder mysteries. I used to love those. I actually would do those when I first started my journey until I got into the new earth and the vibration doesn't match. Like I could feel where they went. I could feel what happened to them. I can see it and process it. And we were clearing it out for karma. So that was fun. I loved doing it. I get it. That used to be what I would saturate in. Murder mysteries. I used to want to be a homicide detective. So I get that. And I miss those. And sometimes I will dive deep into them and I'm like, oh, there goes my vibration. So it is true that what we focus on and what we saturate ourselves with will lower or raise our vibration. Okay. And so if our thoughts are low, our vibration's low. If our thoughts are positive and we are in our power, our sovereign power of creation, then that's what we're going to be calling in because we know we're powerful creators. We know how to call it in, not push out for it, right? Like if we're in fear or desperation or focusing on what we've manifested, it can't come in. Okay. So this week, be aware of what you focus on. All right. Be anchored into the correct things because hear this closely. This is the channeled message for the week ahead. Focus recalibration. Be aware of what you focus on this week. Be anchored into the correct things. I will talk about that in a moment. Wave of reckonings are coming in. Okay, there's a wave of reckonings coming in, and that is dense energy. All right, it is heavy energy. It's dense for those who have karmic demise, but it's lighter for those who are rising. Okay, so maybe powerful either way. But there is a wave of reckonings. Those are key words. They give me these words, so we need to listen to them closely. Echo, what is a reckoning?
A reckoning is a count or computation, often referring to the settlement of accounts between companies. It can also mean a bill that states the amount due, or a general statement of what is owed. Additionally, a reckoning can be a metaphorical phrase used to describe a final or important judgment or conclusion.
Okay, so what is owed, final judgment, or conclusion? Wave of reckonings are coming in, and just like she just said, I just wanted to give a solid foundation of a definition, but sometimes God's definitions don't match what theirs do. But a reckoning is a wave of justice. Um, it's a wave of right being given what's rightfully owed. Okay. And so that is coming in. We have more waves of reckoning coming in. And they can be distracting in many ways. And it depends on which side of the karmic realm you're on. Okay. Are you of love or do you have lessons to learn? So be anchored into the correct things this week because wave of reckonings are coming in. Can be distracting in many ways. Focus intently on the heart space. Okay, so that's why we can't be saturating ourselves this week with lower vibrational things. It has to be of love and light and keeping our thoughts positive, keeping momentum growing. We should be balanced already from a healed, completely healed heart space in these portal risings because right now you are going through the pyramid activations. Those are the portals. And I know because I did them. It's Indonesia, Myanmar, Botswana, Kenya, Zimbabwe. It's all over the globe, okay? Thailand. There's feminine to masculine ones that I activated since 2019. And the earth truly is rising through them now. All right. So that's what's bringing these wave of reckonings. It's Christ light. And the gods are working overtime because we have returned them. Okay. I opened up the God portal at Fiji and they have returned and rightfully so. So they're helping to bring about these karmic waves of changes, the karmic cleansing. A lot of people think these weather patternings now are spiritual warfare, and you can kind of look at it that way. Did they manipulate our weather? Yes, they have. But right now, we are truly watching the karmic kickback. Okay, this is the earth correcting herself, and it's what it is. So these huge waves of energy is massive activated cosmic rays. They are very powerful, high frequency rays of light, Christ light, and more. And so it's all based in Christ light, but they're powerful, okay? And it truly is a karmic kickback. So this week we must be anchored into the correct things because there's a wave of reckoning on its way. I love how they say things. Spirit is amazing. But that can be distracting. So when those come in, it can cause the asshole energy, is what I call it, because it's hurtful. And it causes people to pick it up and fling it. You know what I'm saying? Or be distracted by it. And time is one of those. Like you can get distracted thinking we have all this time, or like into a panic thinking, oh my God, I don't have time. Like it's a muck, right? We have to stay in the here and the now. Focus intently this week on the heart space. Clear out any self-sabotaging tendencies because that's where the shadow gets you, is where you're wounded. Okay. And these are irreconcilable energies. So it's huge this week to understand that you cannot be both. You cannot be riding the center line of having some shadow and some light. You cannot do that. Okay. You are going to go one way or the other depending upon which side is more for you. Do you have more shadow to heal than you do love and light in your heart space? Can you truly see it all? If you can't see everything, there was work to do, okay? Because you can only see as far as your shadow can go. Okay. Once all the shadow is cleared, you can truly see what is really happening. So this week we have a wave of reckonings coming in, okay? Because of the energies, it brings with it these changes, and they're going to be a lot and faster and more powerful as we go forward. So we can't be in the middle because of these irreconcilable energies. I have talked about that in the Nile portal. I have talked about it in all the pyramid activations, in undoing the Holy Grail. I talked about it in bringing down the Christ light. Those are very real. I undid the Holy Grail on Christmas Day of 22 when my DM and my soul fragment went together in that part. Right before that, and then right before that, I actually lost my DM. He didn't make it. It was a battle for my soul for a year prior, and I got a walk in. And then we were able to clear that. And I have said many times that it's a karmic shift. We cannot be half dark and half light anymore. We cannot. They are irreconcilable energies. And that's why it's a karmic play out. Okay. God doesn't punish, it's where your heart is. Okay. And so you cannot, here's the thing, and I said it in the Undoing the Holy Grail one on Christmas Day when the resurrection occurred. And what that truly was is not what they told you. It's been undone. And I specifically said in that when we cannot bring darkness into the light and we cannot use light in the darkness anymore. Okay? At all, or you will lose access to the light completely and possibly forever. Okay? Because this is the return. It's a big deal. It really is. So you have to be mindful of the irreconcilable energies. We can't be in the middle. We can't be on the fence about things. Well, do I do this or not? Do I heal or not? Do I believe it or not? You don't have time for that. That's a distraction. You have to be on one side or the other. You don't have to believe in God. You don't have to believe in the need to heal. You don't have to want to rise. It's totally free will based. God's not going to force you to do anything. If you don't want to be here, we don't want you here because you can't bring that with you. I mean, we want everybody here, but you see what I'm saying? So there's no forcing you, but you have to choose through free will. And it's not just a given, it's a rite of passage. You have to show it, you have to do the work, and you have to prove it to the universe because of your lens, your choices in love or not, okay? So you have to now be on one side or the other. These are irreconcilable energies. There's an there's an illusion that we have time to heal. You no longer do. Like you have to be now. It has to be now. You can't get complacent. There is urgency, not fear, because fear is not God and it blinds you, but urgency, trusting that I have to do this now, right? Like it's coming in now. So these are waves of reckonings, okay? And you don't want to be on that karmic side. You don't want to be in the irreconcilable energies. We cannot combine them, okay? So that's this week's energy. That's this week's message. Then it goes on to say, so focus recalibration is coming back in. You can focus on the demise. You can focus on the weather patternings. You can focus on the missing persons and all the darkness and all the bloodshed and all the shootings. You can focus on that if you want to, but that's the side you may not want to be on, okay? It's very low vibrational. So if you're on the side of light, what you want to focus on is light, love, joy, gratitude, and passion igniting, okay? What is your heart center? Do you even know what it is? You need to be balanced from the pure heart center, your soul path. You have to be on your soul path right now, okay? Or are you focused on judgment, fear, ego, greed, money, those kinds of things, okay? So depending upon what side you choose, the other will fade or needs to be removed, right? So if you're in the shadow side, you will lose light. It will fade. You cannot be both. You cannot remain connected to God with shadow. You can't and stay here. It's just not possible. If you don't believe me, watch all of my videos. Just wait. That's up to you. But if you're on the side of light, then the other needs more intentional work this week, okay? So the heart center needs to be a focus this week. Deep diving into that heart center, being aware of self-sabotaging tendencies, being aware of internal discernment. Am I thinking of love? Are these thoughts of love? Am I seeing things through a lens of love? Am I speaking love only? all connectedness, no divisions. So be aware of which side of these energies you pick upon. Okay, you pick up on. This week, pay attention to what you are focusing on and change it to love and light only. Okay, not just for manifesting, but it is too, because we are creators. And with the false world falling, we need to be creating our reality by what we choose, what we focus on. What we're doing is creating our reality, okay? Because their shackles have broken. Their veil over the earth has been undone. Their keeping the light out of here has been changed, and the light has been brought back. And that's what these waves of energy are. And with that, they have no more control over your soul. You do, okay? It's been given back to you. So you have to choose, whoo, the chills, through free will to make the right choices, either in love or to stick with the matrix, okay? Are you choosing to stay wounded? Or are you looking through an all connectedness, love and light, powerful creator, calling it in, not being afraid, knowing you create money, knowing you create your joy and happiness, knowing you have the power to do it, okay? We are no longer shackled and bound unless you choose to be. All right, that's a big deal. We are no longer shackled and bound unless you choose to be, because I have undone it all. That holy grail was not holy at all, and it is actually what took part in enslaving you. And so it's been undone. Mankind has been set free through the work that I did. Not a joke, okay? I'm not taking away from star seeds and light workers and their purpose. I'm talking about what I have done and what it's done for all of you. And it's your choice to release the shackles and rise, or to bound into them and fall. All right? Or to just have too many things to still learn. Okay. Um, so be aware this week of what energies come in for you, what energies you focus on, what energies you're truly been creating from. Okay. And if it's not the most positive, beautiful light and gratitude and your power, your sovereignty, knowing your power, knowing your worth, fix it and fix it fast, okay? Because we need to be there. We need to know who we are. We need to know what we're capable of. We need to know how to create our reality, because you already have been more now than ever you are. We are free. We are creating the new world individually, okay? The new earth has already been birthed. That's what I did. And you have the power to create your future either way you go. Okay. Very, very, very important to understand that. So if you can't forgive, if you can't heal wounds, if you can't clear your karma, if your lens is not love, if your thoughts are not love, if what you see is not very high vibration and love, because everything is a reflection of you. So if things pop into your Facebook page and your YouTube account and just come at you in a negative manner, it's reflecting you where there's not love, and you need to raise it up. Change the playlist. Okay? Now listen here. This is where the crystals came in for this week, and then I'm going to pull some cards from my deck. The crystals this week tell a whole story in and of itself, but it also coincides with what it is. So a lot of times for the week, I'll ask for crystals. I also do a healing light movement on Tuesdays to help heal and align our bodies and stuff even more. So that'll be coming tomorrow on my healing light movement channel. But for this week, for the crystals, right? Because crystals are energy. They truly, truly, truly are. They're here to help you. They carry light and purposeful energy, just like planets do, just like the earth does. And so it's like little fragments of the earth with different purpose and intentions to help you. Okay. So each crystal has different energy and different meanings. And this week we got opalite, and I'm going to explain why we got them. But I heard it, Spirit spoke it as opaline. And I'm like, what is that? It is man-made, but it's also like from the 1800s, but it's also important. It has energy. Okay. So opaline came in, but when you look it up, it comes up opalite, because I hear them, Spirit tells me, and then I will validate after. And then we got obsidian. I began using obsidian in our 18 days workshop yesterday. And so that is still very much so relevant for this whole entire week, and I'll explain why. Then I heard tangerine. Okay. And there's tangerine aura quartz, right? Tangerine quartz. And I don't have any of that, but I have some honey calcite. And it's just kind of the same color, right? So tangerine, it's also found in Brazil, that one is. And I'm going to explain why they all are. And then the final crystal I got was sunstone. Now, when you know the properties of these crystals, it's telling another story for this week, okay? So opaline helps with healing our health, our physical health, also bringing prosperity and luck. So this is coming up in every one of these crystals this week, okay? Manifesting prosperity and luck. Because if we're on the side of rise, we should be watching wonderful things come in. If we're on the side of karmic demise, it should be a struggle and not easy. Do you feel me? So it depends on which side you're on here, my friends, but we are also in a manifesting zone where it's heightened. Okay, it's very potent. And so opalite, or opaline as spirit called it, helps to help us heal, but it also does other things. It helps bring in abundance, understanding our goals and desires, and it also can help align to your intuition and connect to your heart space. And I feel like this is because it reflects like the rainbow rays, like it really does. Okay, it's kind of opalesque. It's like rainbow-esque. And so it houses light. So that's what I'm hearing with opaline is it absorbs frequencies. It absorbs light and frequencies. And I'm getting chills as I said that. Opaline, that's what spirit calls it. Some call it opalite. Absorb energies and help you vibrate to those frequencies. So they absorb the rays of light, they absorb healing frequencies, and they help you vibrate to that. Okay? So they're really good for that. They will help you clear your intuition and connect with your heart space, with divine. And then they will help your body heal because of the frequencies that they're carrying. So these are multiple, the rainbow rays frequencies. And it brings prosperity, luck, and abundance. But it will help you to understand your goals and desires because it helps bring clarity to your energy. Because when our energy is chaotic and we have releasing to do, we can't see clearly. Okay. Then obsidian. Obsidian, I love obsidian. I have some of my own. I actually used this one in my ascension crystal sphere that I used when I was activating the pyramids. So obsidian is very good. It brings clarity to the mind, protection, strength, wisdom, right? Knowledge. It's even in my DM's healing wand, my new one that I made him. So obsidian blocks and absorbs and transmute negative energies. Does it ever? Oh, it's so beautiful and powerful. We were saturated in it yesterday. It's a passionate, wait, no. So I have different things written down. Obsidian. So the thing about obsidian, okay, is it's going to help you give way to what Spirit said is enhancement of magic creations. That's what Spirit said. It brings enhancement of magic creations by way of removing blockages, stress energy, fear. It helps transmute and separate cords of energetic yuckiness and the energies that don't align to light, right? So it could be from negative attacks, it could be from darkness, or it could just be wounded waves of energy or frequency that are in your body. So doubt, things that block creations. Obsidian helps you rid of those. Okay. Things that help you block magical creations. But also, obsidian helps you receive your manifestations because of that. It removes blocks. It helps you remove blocks. Okay. Um, so yeah. And remember, self-sabotage awareness came in this week. Obsidian will help you with that. And then when you combine all of these crystals, it's a very powerful tool this week, okay? Because it will help you see clearly, bring in mana. It's powerful. Then we go into tangerine, which is a passion activator. It's tangerine quartz. Quartz is very powerful. It's also a magnifier of other crystals. It helps you to release the past. It helps you to love yourself more and move forward from things that have happened in the past. And it also helps you learn those lessons once and for all. So when you think about what's happening in the world around us, this is actually quite beautiful, right? The crystals are telling you the story in and of itself. You need to release the past. You need to not hold on to wounds. You need to learn the lessons to rise. All right, learn the lessons, cut the cords of the I can talk, I promise. Cut the cords of the negativity with the obsidian. See clearly. Heal your vibration with the opaline or opalite. And so it's all there. It's beautiful. They're telling a beautiful story. This tangerine quartz is usually found in Brazil as well. Um, but it truly, truly, truly does bring in um, an awareness and self-love, but also moving forward from lessons learned. Opalite also helps to stabilize mood swings and overcome tiredness. Okay, because it holds powerful frequencies of rays of light. So it helps to stabilize mood swings, okay, and overcome tiredness. Enhances your intuition, communication, and spiritual growth. And then sunstone. Sunstone is one of my favorites because I work with the sun. I am the sun. I do everything with the sun. And the moon and the moon. But the sunstone I truly do relate to. I connect to on a very personal level. So it brings light where darkness is. Okay, you're seeing the story the crystals are bringing. You need to be able to bring clarity and insight. You need to be able to see clearly. And with the heart center being the focus this week, Sunstone will really help you, along with all the others, clear out what blinds you. It'll bring the light where the darkness is. Sunstone encourages self-expression, brings vitality with the light, abundance and money, riches as well. Okay, so Sunstone actually brings powerful manifesting abilities. It's a powerful protector. Okay, good luck. Okay, and it brings light into those dark spaces. So, Sunstone, it's the stone of self-worth, some people call it. Okay, so there's a lot here about self-love, protection of energies, being able to see clearly what is not aligned with love this week because they are irreconcilable energies. Okay, we have to see through a lens of clarity and love, self-worth, um, right? Healing, joy, gratitude, manifesting, abundance. Those are what we need to saturate ourselves in, and these crystals will help us do all that we need to do this week. Very beautiful story in the crystals in and of themselves. I love how that came out this week. So opaline, along with obsidian, tangerine, and sunstone combined, what a powerful space to be. Truly, truly will help you block, absorb, transmute negative energies, bring light to where darkness is while releasing that darkness. Bring clarity to your knowing, your passion, your self-worth, help you release wounds of the past so that you can learn the lessons and rise above once and for all, which is the return of Christ. Okay. What a powerful set of tools this week. Honestly, you need to have those in your tool bag all the time, right? All right, so let's see what the cards say for this week now. Get a little drink here. I go a little fast sometimes just because it's fun. It's all there. It's all in my heart space. And it's important. So I get a little passionate about it. All right. Because I know what I did. I know what I did, and I know what we have to do. And if we don't do it, you're what they call those that get left behind, but nobody gets left behind. You choose to seize the opportunity when it's given or not. That's up to you. Choose to use the tool, choose to anchor into the right things. Remember that was on here. What you anchor in to matters. So anchoring into the correct things while they're giving you tools of what to anchor into, right? Spirit is good. God is good. We are all connected and love matters. And that is the energy moving forward. Okay, that's the blueprint. What we do affects others. We need to understand that. Everything's a reflection of you, so use it wisely. And see, hear, feel, be, think of a space of love only. Okay. All right. Anything outside of that needs to be healed, seen, and released. Okay, let's see what the cards say for this week ahead. Ooh, I haven't pulled that one yet. I love it. Ooh, ooh. All right. Oh, one more. I'm hearing one more. These are popcorning out. I love that. There is some urgency with the energies this week, not fear, but urgency. It's now time to make it right. That's what I'm hearing. Ooh! There's some here I haven't pulled yet. This is my new deck, by the way. I created this right after I took us through all the portals and things, and I finished that deck, which was my ascension portal deck. Now I have the Healing Guided Light deck. So it's such a beautiful deck. I love it very much. I spent, oh my gosh, you guys, this is a really cool pull. Wait till you see this. 7 cards, which is quite often what comes up a lot. So the first card is shape shifting, changing ways of life. Okay. Shape shifting, changing ways of life. So this reminds me of, I was once this energy, like this sword, this fight, this battle, this need to do things a certain way. And now I need to change that into a new way of living. Okay. And so you see how it goes from like a sword to the ankh. I go from who's right and wrong to love and union, connectivity, all connected, just like I said in the message. Okay. So shape shifting, some people might think of, oh, you want me to become an animal? No, I want you to become all connectedness, love, not divided, not focused on, that control and power need, but rather mastering the power of you and becoming united inside of you and inside the ways of life. Okay. When we are no longer divided and in a battle, we are united. We are not divided. We are whole. We are united through love and togetherness. Okay. So we need to change the ways of life now. This is about changing the ways we see things, do things, be things, feel things, changing the ways of life. Focus on love, heart chakra. Okay. That was in the message as well. The cards generally do just validate what I said in a lot of ways, and they might bring more insight. Okay. And then we have worry removes you from the here and the now. So this is a sigil you can absorb if you would like to. That's why I love this deck. It's also here to help you heal. It all does. Guidance is healing, it's power. But this one truly does bring sigils of healing, and I love it. And I channeled these. These are 70 sigils. And so when we worry, we are thinking of the future and the past. You are not in your power in the here and the now, knowing that you are a creator. Okay. And that's what was really spoken loud about in the energies this week is be aware of what you focus on. Okay. So do not worry because then you can't see clearer. We need to change the ways we do things. We need to change the way we think, see, feel, hear the world around us. The way that we reflect into the world around us also needs to change. Okay? The new earth is not what we're coming from. It's all based in unconditional love and heart-centeredness, all connectedness through God, true God, not a religious God, not a false one they've been shoving down your throats. Unaccompanied treasures talks about, so I love this card here because, you see the heart and the lock. The key to everything is through the heart. Okay. And so you need to unlock the heart. You need to unlock the treasures that are within you because they can't accompany things you're burying. They can't accompany wounds. When you unbury and uncover those wounds and truths, magic comes out. You realize there's things in you didn't know. Okay? So as you dig into the heart space and you release what is not love, you see just how powerful you truly are. Okay. Treasures that can't be accompanied by wounds that you locked up. Okay. This truly talks about, you know how we like bottle up wounds? You have to release what is holding you back from the true power of you. Okay. White flame is coming in here. White flame is Christ light. It truly is. It is the powerful light of God, a powerful activator, which is very interesting because in my workshop yesterday, I was surrounded by diamonds and obsidian. Very powerful amplifiers, healers. Oh, just such a beautiful combination. And it was the most beautiful feeling in the world. It truly was. Minus when I get love from my DM, that one's more beautiful, I have to say. But beyond that, it was a very beautiful feeling. Okay, so the white flame is coming in to help you transmute what is not love. All right, the worry not. Okay, this sigil's also here to help you transmute what is not love. They are telling you to be in your heart space, just like the channeled message came through today for the week ahead. Shape shifting, okay, changing ways of life. They're saying that's the Facebook message as well, so I'll post that there. Then we have the two base cards this deck was created from came through together, which doesn't always happen. I love this deck so much, and it is represented also up here in the Nile. It was Horus returned, Sekhmet returning. It was the true rightful patterning of the formation of the sun and the moon, their rightful alignment, their power returned. Okay, it's true. Light of God is returned. Language of God has returned through the sun and the moon. All darkness of the moon has been removed. Okay. The sun represents your path of alignment. You must be aligned with your soul path. So, healing rays of sunshine, awakened path alignment. You have to be on the awakened path alignment. Some people aren't going to see these things. Some people aren't going to have the nudges to heal. They aren't going to be having these things presented for them to gain new knowledge because they are not rising, okay? And some people aren't of God's light that are here. They're like what people call fillers or zombies or whatever you want to call them. That's neither here nor there. But number 22 is a master number. It is about energies coming together. You need to be in the path of the sun, the awakened path alignment, okay? And doing the work to rise. Right? Doing the work to rise, digging into the heart space, healing all karmic demise. The crystals say that loudly too. And last but not least, number 4 is about the right support. Okay. Justifying behavior does not serve you. Moon, stubborn, strength, clarity, light, power, removal, which brings in the sunshine. The moon helps you bring in the sunshine. They are required together. My DM and I. Okay, masculine and feminine light. But I love the message in this card because when you justify things, I have time. I don't have to do that. That's not my truth. How do you know? You're blinded by the shadow. Justifying goes with self-sabotage, right? Illusions of grandeur. Oh, well, that was just my wound speaking. We are not in a time where we can place blame on wounds. Wounds do not define your character. Wounded people don't always go and kill people. You know what I'm saying? Wounds do not define your character unless you want them to. So that's when you're justifying my behavior. Well, I was wounded, or no. The only way to clear it and heal it is to be like, nope, I did this. It hurt. It wasn't love. I'm changing that patterning. I'm changing that patterning. Okay. I cannot justify my behavior. I can't blame it on addictions. I can't blame it on my wounds because I choose to hold on to those. I have to accept what is mine, accept my power, and change, okay, the way of life. You need to change your way of life this week. Make sure it's aligned with love, not fear, not worry. Love, power, Christ light. Make sure you are on the awakened path of the sun and you are releasing what blocks the heart because they don't align. You cannot find the gifts that are within you until what's blocking them is gone. Okay, and there's always something. right? Wounds are not necessarily weakness, they're what hides your power. Triggers are what's hiding your power. And that's what this one makes me think of a lot is, are you justifying them? Well, I'm wounded. We were in a society where that would glorify that. I have anxiety, and so, we would get like a hall pass. No, no more hall passes. That's an excuse. Heal it, see it, release it, and move on. And that's what the crystals are here to help you do this week, okay? I love this message this week. Hear it, see it, feel it, own your truth, own that you created it, and it's your job to release it. It's your job to see it. It's your job to learn the lesson, to unbury what you truly are, to realize that worry is an excuse, right? Thinking ahead and behind is an excuse, and these are justifications in behavior. The third dimensional reality, we have to change our way of life. Okay? I don't want to hear, well, I was wounded or these addictions. I get it. Oh, trust me, I get it. In the return of Christ work, we had to clear all addictions. Like it was very real. So I understand those, but I also understand the power is truly within you to quit them. Okay? We always have the power within us. We don't need to give our power away to addictions, to medications, to fear, to ego, to judgments, all of the things that shackle and bind. It is your job, look at this, unaccompanied treasures into the heart space, to unbury our truth, our heart, and love, and create from the heart space. It is our job and our choice to learn the lessons and let them go. It is our choice to own our truth and accept it and not blame anything else or anyone else. You cannot blame wounds. You cannot blame others. You cannot blame. If it hurts you, get up and do it anyways, right? Like if somebody hurt you and then you become like this wounded soul and you like, no, don't do that. Woe is me, right? Like it's totally up to you. Do not justify your behaviors. Okay. If somebody did something that upset you and you threw the asshole energy at them and hurt them, that's on you. It was your choice to pick it up or not, and it's now your choice to clear it. Okay. Or not. Um, these are the ways of the heart, and we must change our way of life. Okay, we must shapeshift. We must change with the energies. We must shift with the energies and rise to God through unconditional love and sovereignty. So much love, my friends. This was a very beautiful message this week ahead. I love you, and I'll see you next time on the flip side.